Hi, and welcome to Julie's weekly mindset episodes on how to open your heart, on how to balance your perception and understand the power of your mind and your brain. Understand that you have the zone of genius inside of you. You may not be just aware of it. So, today I want to talk about the difference between I want and I need. Famous golfer Arnold Palmer is famous for saying 90% of the game is psychological and 10% is physical. Think about your life as a game because it is a game. Like in a game, you have destination, you win, you lose, you have challenges, and you choose how you're going to play your game. Is it going to be if it's going to be fun or if it's going to be hard and frustrated? Now, there is a big difference between I need and I want. Majority of people unconsciously approach everything coming from the energy I need. So when you in need of something, you feel separation from what you want. You perceive or believe that thing that you want is not available to you. Needy is scarcity mindset. You need something, and at the same time, because you are in need, you are fearing of losing. You have a fear of losing either your job, money, relationship, whatever it is. Happens a lot in workplaces. So when people don't express themselves, they don't talk openly with their bosses because they are in need of their job and they are in a scarcity mindset that they are going to lose their job. Now, if you change your perception from need to want, energy is very different. For example, you have problems with your boss. Maybe he is underpaying you or not acknowledging your hard work. And you are avoiding having conversation with your boss because you are in need of your job. So you fear of what is going to happen. Fear of rejection, fear of losing, list goes on. Working with leaders, I come across this very often. Just imagine situation. If you are going to talk openly with your boss, coming from energy, I don't need the job, but I want the job because I'm inspired by the job. I love my job. I want to make the difference. Energy is very different because you are not scared of losing your job, even if conversation doesn't go your way. You know that you are worthy, and if one door is going to close, another door is going to be open, and it's going to be even better door and wider door. So what happens? Your boss will feel your confidence. Needy is creepy, like one of my coaches said once. And your boss wants you to be confident. Your boss doesn't need neediness. See, this is a psychological game. It is simple and works every time with all my clients. Same in your relationship. If you are needy all the time and waiting for your partner to fulfill your unmet needs, more likely from your childhood, good to emphasize that this is happening on unconscious level. Your partner, after a while, will withdraw and you will feel resistance. If not dealt with and ignored, this will more likely lead to divorce and separation, and this is a very common trigger for divorces. You are in relationship to amplify your experience. Your partner is not here to fulfill all your needs. Remember, the happiest people are those who are not scared to be alone because they never feel lonely, even if they are alone. So remember, doesn't matter what you are trying to solve, either it is conversation with your boss, partner, talk from the place of open heart. I want to because I feel inspired, empowered by my vision. I am worthy. I feel love. I feel joy. I am loved. I don't need anything, but I want to have this experience because I am worthy of it. Number one reason why people struggle and don't get what they want, because at their core level, they are not feeling worthy. It is not enough to be positive thinker. and think with your head that you are worthy, you need to feel that you are worthy on deep subconscious level in your central nervous system, because your central nervous system is tonality of your voice, your bodily energy expression, your energy, which are the emotions, attract opportunity to you. That's your confidence. We are all interconnected on energetic level, and recent studies in quantum physics are proof of that. True power is willingness to tell the truth, to feel what we feel, to drop our self-destructive programs, to admit our ignorance, pain, and fear. No outside power can put fire in our empty belly anymore, that we can be nourished by watching another person eat seven-course meal. You give your power away when you allow yourself to be influenced by outside opinions to the degree that you compromise your own values. Majority of people are not even consciously aware that they compromise their values because they did it for 40 years and it feels so normal, so familiar to compare yourself to others all the time, even to your family members. So, in what areas do you make decisions based on what others say, think, or want, rather than on your own deepest beliefs and feelings? You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You're already enough. You are enough. Don't define your self worth through the eyes of others. If you want bigger title, bigger house, more money, expensive car, expensive clothes, ask yourself first, is this my deepest desire? Are they your values? Is it really going to energize you? Or you are comparing yourself to someone, maybe even your family member. You are competing with someone, trying to prove yourself unconsciously, still living emotionally as a child to your mom or to your dad. Now, a little bit about you and the power of your brain and your mind. So, all humans have a forebrain, which is the most advanced part of the brain. The forebrain is most developed or enlarged, it is 40% of your brain. As you go through the species and back in time, this percentage of the forebrain drops from 30% to 17% to 9% to 5% to 2% and to 1%. This is what distinguishes us from animals, and paradox is majority of people are not using this 40% of their brain because they don't understand how to master their emotions. Whenever you are living congruently with your highest values and your highest priorities, your blood, glucose, and oxygen goes into your forebrain. However, when you are living by your lowest values or unconsciously by someone else's values, you're in survival mode. The blood glucose and oxygen goes into subcortical part of the brain, which we call amygdala fight or flight system, animalistic primitive response, which is very important when danger is present, like fires, tsunamis, or someone tries to kill you, which is not happening very often in our modern world. If, for example, you think insecure thoughts, in a matter of a second, you will feel insecure. The moment you feel insecure, your brain is monitoring your internal state and you feel more insecure thoughts. You activate your primitive brain amygdala fight or flight sympathetic nervous system, throwing your brain and body out of homeostatic state. Your heart is sending incoherent messages to your brain, and when your brain is incoherent, you are incoherent. Your perception is imbalanced. You are trying to avoid something and you don't want to see that which you are trying to avoid has positive side, like having open conversation with your boss or your spouse or your children, or that buying bigger house has negative side to it. And you're trying to seek immediate gratification, not wanting to see that what you are seeking has negative side to it. When you become less responsive to environmental triggers, you are also becoming more patient, more loving and kind. You have open heart. And you believe that even when things don't go your way, everything is available to you. Very often I see people that they put on the list of their values integrity. Majority of people don't even know what it means. They use the word integrity because your workplace requires integrity, or maybe you learned this word at school because you need to put it on your CV to look good. Integrity is wholeness. It is balancing your perception by becoming conscious of the upsides to the downsides and downsides to upsides. When your perception is balanced, you are more likely to feel love and gratitude for others. Love is synchronicities of all opposites. So when you are judging someone, where is the other side of that individual that you are judging? Did you ever ask yourself? I teach that to my 11-year-old daughter. When she perceives only one side of the situation and it works like magic. I do it with my clients and everything in their life transforms. If my 11-year-old daughter can do it, I think you can do it too. So, what are your hard lines? Like, I will never, I always. This is one sided perception. Now, find the opposite side to it. Everything has two sides and always will. When your perception is imbalanced, you feel unworthy, you are fearful, you are ashamed, frustrated, angry, disappointed, or maybe you're too proud of yourself and you exaggerate yourself. If you live by your highest values in life, you know what they are by your heart. And you can easily set boundaries. You feel more love and gratitude. You feel alive because you are not run subconsciously by memorized emotional programs and expectations of others. So, emotional baggage is nothing more than unbalanced perception because if you feel the emptiness on the inside, you are trying to control the outside because you can't predict what is going to happen. This is just imbalanced perception. You just don't see both sides as they are. Your heart is closed. So, if you want to be heard and listened to, if you want to know how to move from flight or flight stress responses, how to be aware of them, how to identify them, and have tools to balance your perception, if you want to create more time and space for yourself and your family, if you want to understand more your staff members, your spouse, your bosses, book a free call with me. I can guarantee you will walk with more clarity and certainty. You have nothing to lose. It is a free 40 to 50 minutes call. Click on my website, www.infiniteintelligence.coach, and book a free call.